Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, according to your time. Let me put on my glasses. Unfortunately, I don't have champagne, so I can pop it up for you guys to see. But I am doing this video as a record keeping video that after nearly 16 years, I do not have to go back to court for child support or for custody anymore. January 1st, 2010, my kid's father chose to give us a New Year present, and that was him working in, me coming from work at a night shift when I wasn't scheduled. I went to night shift and I wasn't scheduled as an LPN, walked back home, and he was home with another woman. Less than he moved away the same day because I had questions like, why? What is it? Why my bed? Why our home? And that was the end of my marriage. Until this day, I wasn't waiting for him to give me closure before I move on. However, it has been one fight after the other because there were kids involved. He won the house. He got it. I stayed in the house 3 years after he left us, and I was able to finish nursing school with it. As a result, I was able to buy my own house again, and not ever in my life, ever, even my kids, ever going to have to fight over property with my ex-husband because I have my own house. I had custody. He got custody. I had custody. Then the kids are getting older, and hormonal change affects kids' behavior and kids' mood and kids' choices. During that phase, the kids have choices. I have heard many times where kids are 13, 14 chooses between parents where they want to be. In my instance, my kids never choose between me or their dad. Of course, I fought for them. I fought for custody because their needs academically were not being met. A lot of other things. My kids suffered a lot in their foundational lives. They were being abandoned a lot, stuff like that. And again, I have two kids with different personality. One is like me. I like associations, but I also enjoys my personal space a lot. Then I have one that is socially out there, want friends, want association, want acceptance. Really, majority of that feeling also came from what I will say it's more of acceptance. He want acceptance. He want to be seen, He want acceptance. He want association. He want friends. And I felt like I needed to get him a coach. I even enrolled him in the military academy. I remember when he told me that, Mom, you just don't understand. I need a male role model. And you don't understand. There was a picture I saw recently, like I will see him when we go to court and he has his dad. It's like he's clenching, like he's like, this sentence, like he's almost like cracking his teeth. Then I'm like, my son is not okay. He's anxious. The dad is standing there. He would love to have the dad come to him or him go to his dad and hug him or say hello to him or something, but that wasn't happening because the condition for their living with me was if you choose to be with your mom or if you tell the court you're going to be with your mom, then you are not going to see me again ever in your life. So that has been the gold standard. So if they are with me, he's not in their life, even though it's not my choice. If they are with him, I can't be in their life. He prevents me from being in their life. So it went on for how many years? 16 years now. And finally, 2 years ago, my youngest child want to go to him, not to stay with him, to visit with him. He was repellent. He was objective. He didn't want to. He was objecting him. Rejecting him. He rejects the idea. He don't want to engage with him. He don't want to interact with him. I remember we went to September 1st, 2 years ago, 2022. That was when I took him, and I saw him standing there, and his dad saw him. In fact, he went to his dad's building, and he left him. His father left him standing there. And part of me was sad, part of me was also, you see what I'm saying? You can't make him have you. You can't make him want you. You can't force him to have you in his life, or you can force him to be in your life if he don't want to be. So you trying to make it seem like it's me that don't want you to have a relationship with your dad or something. It's not right. And but I insisted because I know that's what he wanted. I know he's emotionally thinking, why me? Why is my dad not wanting to talk to me? Why is my dad not wanting to have a relationship with me? So I insisted on taking him there. So I took him to his dad's house. And boy, did I tell you, if I tell you that started a lot of battle, a lot of issues with his dad. The police went to his house. He was there. He refused to let anybody in or have access to his child or take his child in, let his child in. He brought a whole lot. They called me to pick up my child. I said, nope, I'm not going. And this is me being honest with you. I'm not picking him up. He wants to be with his dad. He's in his dad's house. That is what he wants, to give him peace. And I'll tell you, that was the best decision I've ever taken in my life when it comes to him. At the time, it may seem to everybody that it wasn't, but today, looking back, it was, because this is what the child wants. This is what he wants, to feel emotionally safe, not safe, to feel happy, at least when he's with his dad prevents him from having access but access to me or having a relationship with me. But he know where to get me. He has my phone number. He has my email. So he cannot ever stand anywhere. He know I'm on social media. He know my platforms. I started this social media platform before he went to his dad. So guess what? He will always have access to me. Unless he doesn't. So if he doesn't have access to me, it means he don't want to. You get it? He don't want to. So I have learned over the past 2 years to accept certain things and stop fighting, right? Over the past 2 years, I'll give him like gift cards, money. I'll give him cash up money. I'll buy clothes, give to him. I will even cook. There was a time I even cook and send to him. I did a lot for him. And of course, for the father, it was more about, how do I put it? It was more about fighting me, staining my record, this, that. Oh, to the point where he even went and used the police, whatever, like he always do, to write about me for child neglect. And manipulated my son to state that my child, he wasn't in Maryland. And this is something that can be verified. Where is your employer record? That's what I used to do when I used to go to court with him in the early on. He would lie. So when I subpoena records from his work. I also subpoena his punches, his time clock punches. I'm teaching you something. I requested his time clock punches and location where he punches, because his time clock punch stamp would tell you which place he punched at, right? So that's how I used to request my records, when I want something on him. But over the past, since 2022 till now, it was back and forth. And finally, meanwhile, he has filed for child support to be cancelled for the kids. Who cares? I don't want to go into that, because if I want to go into that, I want to keep this video under 15 or 20 minutes. Then, the back and forth, I was paying child support during the pandemic, even though I wasn't working and the kids were living with me. And he was gladly taking it, receiving it, eating it. Good. So what happened since then? A lot. Anyway, with the matter of the child support, so he requested, because the little one went to him, they requested child support. Great. So I started paying. I pay here and there. because technically I shouldn't be paying child support. I shouldn't. But anyway, so when they established the child support, he also went here, filed for child support to be cancelled for him. When he started receiving child support should be cancelled for the oldest child. Boom. So this is what happened. Finally, we went to court on the 9th of August, and they postponed it to 30th of August. So on the 30th of August, they ordered that the child support be cancelled for him, and none of us, he have one child, I have one child. It's a shared issue. Nobody should be paying to anybody. So guess what? That's great, right? That is great news, guys. I would have been paying him child support till Evan turns till Evan turns 18. So I have 2 years, 4 more months to pay him child support. But because of how things turn out, Ivan is still in school. Ivan still live with me. I provide for Ivan. Evan is with him. He provides for Evan. They made it to the point where nobody pays child support. Why? He said he lost his job, and so he don't have the money to pay child support. I also said I am not working, and it could be verified. Guess what? Mamle is not working. Daddy lost his job. Daddy has one child. Mamle has one child. It's equal to 0 child support. Nobody pays child support. So I'm like, I was telling this judge that, great, whilst you are canceling for him, which I want you to cancel, because you know what, the child he was being said, there was an account I was putting the money, it goes direct into the other account, and I don't check on it, so I don't use that money. I don't know what goes on with it, but it's there. Okay, it's there for the kids. It's in an account, so it's not like it's his child support is money I need daily or monthly to pay my bills. It's nothing. It's money I don't ever need to pay my bills or live. I'm taking care of the kids with or without his child support, if that makes sense. So I was just glad that I don't have to pay him child support, and he don't have to. Reason I'm happy with him not paying me child support is he don't have to find out where I'm working, how much I made, this and that. In 2024, he came to court saying he makes, with evidence that he's making $18.80. For the past 16 years, he was showed his income, showed his statement, everything. But now that it's going to affect him, he now brought records to prove that this is what he's been doing, this is what he's done, this is his income, and as a result of that, they should cancel the child support for him. Good news is I'm not working too, right? So his effort, his determination and desire, and very energized coming to court. He was so high mood, expecting that the court will see that me, Mamle Godwins, I'm working here. I have this income. I have this. I have that. All that failed, you see. So at the end of the day, to God's glory, you guys know, those who have been here, they know, you know my history with this parental alienation situation and stuff. Today, we had finally done. I don't have to go back to court again for child support. I don't have to go back to court again fighting custody. No, because one child is with me, one child is with him. At the end of the day, the one that is with me don't want nothing to do with him. At the end of the day, the one that is with him want to have visitation with me. I have learned over the past 2 years to be peaceful. And it's not like the one with me don't want anything to do with him and he wants something to do with him. No, he just want to go live his best life ever and act like my kids never existed. Well, too bad. Thank God now he has one of them under his care. Paying me child support $350 for that child is less than how much I would have been spending on the child on a month-to-month basis. Between food, he's in football, his computer, his back-to-school supplies, his clothes. These kids, when you have girls, be happy. I'm a girl, so I know. I can go to Ross, anywhere, find pieces, dress. I mean, I like dresses. Less expensive, I'm gone. But, hi Emily. How are you? However, For the boys, when you have sons, the minute they start wearing adult men clothes, it's very expensive. So definitely the amount, like I can shop at one point for one child like $600 $800, and it doesn't, we're not talking, it's maybe night pajamas and home clothes and stuff before you talk about dressing to dress them to church or something, or now he's in sports, all those things. So, and then they're gonna go to college. At some point, first I was thinking, oh, I have two kids to go to college, but I don't want my kids to finish college with student loan. So they're going to go to college and have student loans and all of that, and all is going to be my responsibility. Well, the good news is, whilst this one, the one is with me, and I know that I don't want him to have student loans, and I'm preparing him with which way to go to have an alternative to paying student loan, but maybe programs that will pay, or I'm positioning myself to pay for him to go to college, for his college. The other one I cannot entirely, I cannot entirely talk about that. You get it? I cannot focus on that. I can only focus on me and what I can only focus on the one that is with me. The one that is with him, he's my child. I will always be there for him. If he reaches out that he needs something, I will support him according to my strength, not according to my responsibility, because his responsibility has been legally assigned to his father. His father is sole legal and physical custodian of his. The one with me, I am the sole legal and physical custodian to him. You get it? So, of course, that one, because the one with him, he has never, since I gave birth to this kid, he has never bought them pencils, erasers, underwear, winter coat, nothing. But now that he's with him, he doesn't have a choice. Thank you for the person who liked the video. He doesn't have a choice to decide he's going to do that or he's not going to do that. You understand? He has to do it. Thank God now the boy is in sports. All the responsibilities he refused to be responsible for, he don't have a choice anymore. He drives him to the sport, to the football practice. Today he's playing. He would like to not have me there because he want to. I spoke with him. He explained that he don't want to feel nervous. When we are watching him, he feel nervous. I understand. He want to play without feeling like I'm watching him. So it's okay with me, because what makes him happy, what makes him, I saw him in court those days when my kids grew up in court. That's the worst experience around and then because of the abuse, he's the abuser. He lies that I'm the abuser. So I have to request child exchanges should take place at the police station, all those things. And I'm glad that today is the final day. All the thought, I say, so I have to wait for my kids to be 18 and he destroys their life, and then I will come and do what? I'll be the one that will be reforming their life. Where am I going to start from? Guess what? God saved my life and changed that story 2019 when I became the sole fiscal custodian of theirs. And that has helped a lot with my big child especially. Also with my little child throughout the pandemic and after, they were both on a roll because I made myself available. I re-groomed them, rearranged them, made them, trained them about taking their school as a priority, this and that. My big little child, immediately I got to know about AVID. He applied for it. He was interviewed. He aced the interview. They accepted him to the program. He was supposed to be accepted into 7th grade right away. 6th grade, he did so well that they changed his classes and put him in AVID. Because of that, when he went back to Anne Arundel County, and because of the change and everything and the distress, he wasn't doing good. They considered and put him in AVID. Because of that, he's in AVID right now. So I have positioned my kids well for success. And I'm grateful for that. And for the big one to today, like he's great this semester. The only thing I've seen that is less than A is 80 something percent, So far, academically, both kids are doing great. And I'm so peaceful and happy about that. And the best part today is the fact that it is finalized. He has sole custody of Evan. I have sole custody of Ivan. And to God's glory, after today, September 20th, is it 20th? 2024, from January 1st, 2010 to today. Today is the last day. I will never go back to court again to talk about child custody. I'm happy. Both kids are happy. Both kids are okay. I don't care about the records he tried to create on me. At the end of the day, it's not criminal record, it's family law records. They live their life, I live my life. What I'm going to do moving forward, however, is protect myself from my little son in terms of making sure that lies are not being told about me, anything, because you know what, he corrected it today though in court, because I confronted him about it. We had a visit, and when we had a visit, he told I saw the report before we went to court today. I saw in the report, this is them, you see, they visited. This picture was taken by the big one. Before we went for this visit, the big one went, shopped for him, bought his back to school supplies. He lived with his dad though. It's not sure, it's not the lightning, you know. He lived with his dad, and I still get to provide for him. I'm not complaining. If I have it, why not? That's my child. It doesn't bother me. He live with his child, I'll be the one buying clothes. Still, he live with his child, I will still be the one buying his school supplies. He live with his dad, I will still be the one buying him windows for his like everything he asks for. Dad don't provide. It has to come through me. Since the case is closed today, are you going to go to the social service and be asking them for support? No. You get it? So I'm grateful that it's over. And one good thing is, I will avail myself. Oh, and I have visitation. He said he want to go out with me or meet. He want to visit at least once a month. I'm not going to reach out for that. If he reach out for it, sure, I will avail myself. But we chat every day, we talk every day. If he want to talk to me, he reaches me, we chat. Recently, his dad changed his number. I didn't know. Quickly, he texted me and said, Mom, by the way, this is Evan's number. This is Evan, this is my new number. He know how to reach me, you know what I mean? And he has my email. I will also change my number. Well, the number he has is my business number, you know. So I'm planning, I got rid of my line. I'm going to get another line. I'll make sure he has a way to reach me. But for most part, I will make sure that I am controlling myself. Like, oh, I missed you, let's hang out or come visit. I won't do that like I was doing over the past 2 years. I won't do that because I want him to concentrate. I want him to be happy, and I want him to only see me when he feel like he want to see me. Only visit when he want to visit. Don't forget, when it comes to parental alienation syndrome kids like him, like yesterday we chat for the longest, and most of the things he said, but Mom, you know, I just wanted the case to close sooner, so I didn't want to. He wants the custody battle between surrounding him to close sooner, but it gives him anxiety. I understand. That is what it is when you're going through this situation and you have to deal with exes like my ex-husband. That's what you have to deal with. The most important thing for me here is the fact that everybody is happy, everybody is peaceful. I would not entirely say he will have moments where he will want to see me and he will face problems, because he has to go through his dad, and I'm not going to. He's not a child in diapers like I was fighting previously. He's not a child in diapers. So I'm not going to reach out to his dad. Never, ever. I will never, ever do that. Hey, I want to visit with Evan. I'm not doing that. Evan will have to reach out to me. Mom, I want to hang out. He has requests, and I refuse to provide the things. Why? Because I'm not going to shop and then call someone to pick them up and bring to you. I'm just not doing it. You get it? I'm too old to be chasing barrels and pots and cooking utensils just to get close to my son. I won't do it anymore. I have made that clear. So he understood. If you want to have anything, you're gonna have it on when we visit, when we meet. Then I'll take you to shopping and you pick the things you want. So that's how it's gonna be. We spoke about that even yesterday before today. So today he just requested visitation. So they put the visitation in the orders per his desires, right? Because I told you I have backed away from pushing, wanting to be in his life, wanting access. I'm not doing that, because as a victim of parental alienation, when I'm doing that, I get abused, I get labeled, I get, so now that I'm not going to do that, that'll give me peace. That prevents me from being disrespected by his father. That protects my dignity, that protects my rights, that protects my mental health, and that protects my peace. You get it? So I'm saying these things. This video is serving as a record for me, history, right? It's going to be here forever, right? Even if I make it private, it's going to be here. So I'm doing this video to mark this important milestone in my 16-year battle of fighting custody, child support, parental alienation, and the abuse I've endured, and the abuse the kids have endured, and to tell you that it hasn't been easy. It hasn't been a pleasant experience for the boys. The boys suffered the consequences. Ivan don't care. He's emotionally blunt. Evan, on the other hand, I would say has some symptoms of anxiety relating to, please, I have to please, now I have to please dad, now I have to please mom, now I have to please dad, now I have to please mom, that kind of thing. He always, consciously or unconsciously, he don't know, I know, right? But consciously or unconsciously, you can perceive that he will wish to have both parents in his life without the drama. But then his needs are not being met, because I want to be with dad, but if I'm with dad, I can't see mom. I want to be with mom, but if I'm with mom, I can't see dad. Now I want to be with dad, because I want dad, I want paternal acceptance so bad to feel happy. Why me? I remember when he was 3 years old, he asked me if a taxi driver that gave us ride in Ghana was his father. So from the very early on, and then years in the court, as he was 5 years, 6 years in the court, do you see us in court where he is with me, and he goes to court and his dad is standing there and he's looking, and you can tell the pain in him, just wanting his father to at least say, how are you? Come close. I made this 2 years process easy for him, because despite the abuse I'm getting, despite the horrible things they put in on record for me, every time I go, how are you? How are you, Evan? How is everything? Like today, I made it so easy that when he saw me today, soon as he saw me, he stopped what he was doing. Hey, guys, like he was the one, versus formally, when there was tension, when I went, he wasn't sure how to respond. So when I went, he'll be there, and even his face, then I'll be like, how are you, Evan? How was your day? How was things? Hey, life with Lobisa, how are you, dear? So you see, I made it easy for him because he has suffered. My son suffered in the hands of this divorce and the trauma and all the unhealthy circumstances it comes with. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So today I am very happy that we can all put it behind us. My son can go to sleep. He told me that yesterday he didn't have a good time in practice. Today he's playing. He plays football. Today he's actually playing. He's not going for practice. He's playing today, right? And he told me he didn't have a good time, he didn't do well in practice, but you understand, it's expected. So I told him, oh yeah, it's expected, Evan, because today is approaching. You are anxious, you didn't know what to do. So soon as he got home yesterday, he chatted me, he texted me with what's going to happen in court today, what his lawyer told him, what this and that. And I told him my peace of mind too. I said, if this happens, then this is what you're going to expect. If that happened, then this is what he's going to expect. Because when we go today and there is no visitation assigned, I'm just going to take that document and hold it dear to my heart, because I need to protect myself from lies. If I don't get visitation, guess what's going to happen? I'll make sure I save it. You cannot grow up and lie to your kids, your wife, people, that your mother refused to visit with you. Like it's been put, I refuse to do therapy, I refuse this, I refuse that. don't even try it. Because now then he's talking, oh, but mom, you didn't want to do the family therapy. Hey, quickly. I went and took a screenshot of court document that proved that he refused family therapy. He refused family therapy because his dad and his social worker were controlling him. They manipulating him and grooming him and giving him reason to not. Like yesterday, guess what? When I said they are grooming him, he said they are not, but they are. His lawyer told him that they don't have to request visitation from me and him. When they close the case, me and his father, we can deal with it later. We can work on that later. They know what they are doing. And at his age, I'm not going to go back to court and ask for access. I would not do that. I've suffered enough, right? So I told him, if it's not requested, just know that if you have something you are asking for clothing, you are asking this, you are asking that, and you want me buy it and ship to you, it's done. The time I would do it, that's this past 2 years, that's what I was doing. I'm done with doing those kind of things. If you want something, it's going to be when we visited. It's not control, it's just respectful. You are my child, there should be respect. If you don't respect me, it's okay, but I'm not going to bring myself to that level. No, you don't feed me, you are my responsibility, but you are my responsibility to the extent that you allows me to. You get it? Because you are very, very smart, So I laid it clearly. So how would your lawyer tell you that you don't have to request visitation? It's not necessary. And you're telling me it is not professional. They are professionally grooming you. They are using their profession to psychologically manipulate and groom you. And I'm a psych nurse practitioner. I should know what is going on. And I've studied parental alienation and the systems and all these things. So you cannot tell me that they are not manipulating you and grooming you. They are. That was coercing. They coercing you. They coerced you the whole these past 2 years to make all the requests you have made or make all the statements you have made on record. So I'm going to just take this final final court document. I have a whole file system with my lawyer that I go to look, and I'll see the case, all the case record, the files from the court. They upload it into that. So I just go there and see all the records. You get it? So all I have to do is to go there and I'll see everything. And this is the last one that will be added to it. You get it? So I will just take it, keep it close to me, dear to me, because it tells what you requested and what has been ordered. And that's what I'm going to comply with. If there's no visitation, you bet I'm never going to force or ask you for visitation. If there is nothing, I won't do it. And I made it clear with him yesterday, because the lies are enough. I'm not tolerating anymore. The only thing that is going to be the book, the manual I go by, is what the court order says. Because I'm not going to be lied about again, and I'm not going to be going to court for any legal reason because I'm not supposed to visit with you and I have. It's not even going to happen. It's not, simply not going to happen. In the next 2 years, 4 months, you are going to be an adult. If you are in college and you want me, I can come and visit you, that kind of thing, bring you school supply, food, whatever, provide for you. But whilst you are in your dad's house, I will never, ever, and you can never blame me for not being in your life, because that is what the court order says, and I'll comply with that because you know it, you accepted it, you want it, and I'm not going to. Then he goes, once again, manipulation, wanting to act like he is doing me a favor. Then he said, oh, I'm asking, well, no, I'm going to ask for, because you are my mother. I said, no, don't even try it. Don't try it. And I love you. No, don't try it. Don't tell me you love me. It is the right thing to do for you to relate with your family. I don't want you to come and make it seem like having a relationship with me, you're doing me a favor. Because having a relationship with me is costly. It cost me a lot of money. It cost me a lot of abuse from your dad and the system. It cost me so much. So we're not going to that. We're not going through that ever again. Okay? So Yes, yes. Thank you. It's Life with Lobisa. So you see, so to God's glory, today. So yesterday I already gave him my peace of mind. It helped him to feel relaxed. However, so it reduced his anxiety for today, knowing what to expect, because we already talked about it. But I also wish that we didn't talk before. And then I told him that, you see, you always tell, they have in the call, oh, I always talk about the case with you, talk about the case with you. But you see, I'm minding my business today. You are the one that reached out. You are the one that reached out talking about the court case, right? But at the end of the day, there will be records everywhere that I am talking about the court case. But anyway, so we went today and he was relaxed, and I'm happy that he was, and it ended. And I give God the praise that I don't have to be paying him, because don't forget, the one living with me 18 years August, this last month. His father, he's 15 years, he'll be 16 in January. So technically I have to be paying child support for him, which his father wanted that. So his father want me to pay child support. So I would have been paying child support till he turns 18, right? And if he turns 18, he's in school. At least I'll be paying child support till like 19, because he will turn 18 in January and he don't finish high school till like June after he turned 18. So I would have been paying child support for at least 2 more years. You get it? 2 to 3 more years. So where things are now, I don't have to pay him child support. Thank God. He don't have to pay me child support, because I never needed his child support. He never wanted to pay. He doesn't pay. And when he has to pay, it was a little bit, and it had to be imposed. And it was based on my income. In the history of child support, when did you see child support being paid and is based on the recipients this thing? No. But it was based on me. Why? He went to my bank. His lawyer went to my bank, requested my bank statement, so they could see all my income, where money comes from to get into my account, where money goes out of my income, my bank account. And then he also have records on my job, that kind of thing. Like, he's a very nasty person. All he cares about is my money and what I am earning. So for the past two, I did a whole lot of things and beat him this time. He didn't get access to my bank information. He didn't get access to my work record, because he used the DSS child support. He thought they will have record on me, but he didn't know that I knew this is, in the past 2 years, I knew this is going to happen. The minute Evan went to him, the minute they start harassing me for child support, I knew. So we went on for over a year of him paying child support and me not paying child support. That thing pain him. But I don't feel guilty about it. Why? Because when the kids were with me, at least in his case, one was still with me and one is with him. When both kids were with me, he was getting child support from me. Never gave it back to us. Never refunded it. The court didn't even ask him to refund it. When they finally made him to pay child support, they still did not let him refund it. I thank God for the courage, strength, wisdom on how to deal with everything. Yes, I pray restoration every day. Everything you lost in the process, may God, I needed that. Thank you. May God restore tenfold and establishment and strengthen me. Yes, I really needed that prayer. Thank you so much for your encouragement and your support. I really appreciate that. I really need that, because think about it. I chose for the IRS to go after me versus him knowing where I work, how much I made, and all of that. So for the past 2 to 3 years, I have not filed taxes. I filed taxes 2021 January, obviously. 2022, I didn't file tax for 2021. So 2022, 2023. Yeah, tax 2021 one was 2022. 2022 one was 2023. 2023 one was 2024. So it's been 3 years now. I didn't file taxes, because if I did, like when we went, the way he came, thinking the DSS have all my work information. And guess what? I wasn't using my social. That is what saved me. I wasn't using my social. I have my LLC. I was using my LLC, so he wasn't able to track my nothing about me. The DSS wasn't able to track nothing about me. And he was like, you should see him like a deflated balloon. You know, balloon, you prick it, like his vein just got swallowed, buried like that. You know, so I have learned he was always abusing me financially. There's a video on this channel for about 2 hours or so. He was always abusing me financially. And for the first time, I beat him this time. It's all gone. It's all over. Even to the point where the house, I have to be paying HOA on his house that he live in. Not that I have to be paying. He wasn't paying. He filed for bankruptcy. And then my name was on the house. The court gave him the house. He refused to take my name off the house so he could abuse me. You know. So the only take back here is from 2022 to 2023 when he was paying the child support, that I didn't have to give it back to him. It just made up, it balanced out for the time that he was abusing me. You understand? And he paid child support all the way till May this year, when he lost his job in May. So I still received child support from him, but I was also paying child support from October last year. You understand? And what paid me now is the fact that I paid child support last month. It's this month that I said I'm not paying, because I knew it's going to be cancelled one way or the other. So the goal was today, when they finally finalize everything, I will request that my child support, because we cancelled his already, mine should be cancelled. The magistrate was like, he cannot cancel that. I have to go to the family law court for that. Then the DSS people, their lawyer, said no, the child support was ordered by this in this case, so they have to cancel it in this case. So that is how they ended up canceling it. So to God's glory, I can show you email. I even spoke with my lawyer already to tell me how much she would charge me to deal with the child support case. I don't need to even worry about that anymore. It is cancelled, easy peasy. So now they are going to write the order to them to cancel it. I don't have to worry about it anymore. Yep. So the only thing I requested is, whilst the one has to stop from when I started mine, I also went and requested yesterday. I filed it yesterday. I had 10 days from when the judge entered the order, which is the 5th or so. So yesterday was the last day. So I went and filed that. They said the child support should be 0 for both of us. I agree. They said he shouldn't pay any arrears from May till now. I agree. However, they did not specify that I don't have to refund anything to him, because I have used the money to provide for the kids. Evan is not with me, but I have proved already in the hearing all the money, the expenses, the things I've spent on him. So I don't have to be bothered with it. You understand? So that's the only thing left. So I'm hoping that if they grant it, great. If they don't, then I don't know how much they will ask me to refund, you know, and that will be just from October last year to May this year. It's not going to be much. I just have to work 1 month and write a check or something. I don't know what's going to be happen, but at the end of the day, to God's glory, I am free. I don't have to pay child support to any abuser anymore. Any abuser don't have to pay me child support, because I've never sat here and been looking forward to his child support anyway. And 2 and 3, both kids are where they want to be, and they are peaceful, and they still have intact relationship. I'm using the phone. I would have shown you pictures, but yeah, intact relationships. I'm happy that he feels at peace, that the case is over. So thank you all who have been on this journey for me and with me. I am, and thank you all for your support. Thank you, Miss Labisi. Oh, this was really hard. It was such a journey. I'm glad that the boys have overcome. They have resilience, I would say. Otherwise, I think most kids that have been through this journey like we have, Some end up being on drugs. Someone, my son, what will happen for me to send my son to his father? I'm like, if you are going to spoil, it's not going to be with me. You're going to go back. He will listen to his father because he wants to live with his father. Not because he wants to live, but because he wants his father to accept him, to be in his life. That's it. He wants his father to accept him. You get it? So because his father is rejecting him, he seeks acceptance and love. No matter how much I can lay in my bed with him, it's not enough. I can take him out. I can do things for him. I devote time. Not the big one is fine emotionally. I devote time just to engage him, just to play with him, just to go out with him. No matter what I do to help him fill the vacuum of not having his father in his life wasn't enough. I even don't care if his father is in his life or not. In fact, he don't want nothing to do with it. If he see his father don't say hello to him. He also don't say hello to him. September 30th, 2022, his father handed him over to DSS. When I wasn't available, he wouldn't take him to his house. He took him to DSS for them to put him in foster care. So this boy don't want nothing to. He and his father, their eye don't go like this. I've always talked to him that forgiveness is not for his father, it's for him to be able to have closure, to be peaceful, to be happy. I've always encouraged him. It's not my reason. I'm not the reason why. You know how some parents would bad talk? I'm not the reason why he doesn't relate with his father. He's not relating with his father on his own terms, and it's because of what he has experienced with him, you know. So I'm happy that boys can relate. The boys are relating, no squabbles, and we move. That's painful for a child to be fighting to be loved by the father. Yes, it was painful. As a result, he was diving into bad associations in the community here. I live in a good community. For the first time, I've been here 15th. 5 days ago was 9 years I've been in this house. And for the first time yesterday, there was police coming to address some people fighting the next house over there. I said, huh? Since when? This was never part of our living here. This society, this community, young families, raising young kids and stuff. But you will never see that. But for the first time yesterday, I saw police. So imagine that first thing that came to me, my mind was him. Because they were a family here. Because of me, they moved. I have to file police report against them. They are smoking, they are drinking. My son will go there. Now, next minute I see he had a vape. Vape? That was the first time he was, when I said, let me search your bag, he was never, and I said, something is up. And that was the first, for out of nowhere, I observed my kids. And that was it. So since then, it's one thing after the other. He will go to their house. I will go there. I will tell them, I don't want my son to be in your house. When he come to your house, send him away. They won't. If it's positive influence, I don't mind. But these are people that are smoking, that are drinking. The mother comes from work all stressed up, every day smoking, drinking. And that is the people he chose because he's needing that acceptance, that love. So after filing 1 or 2 police reports for them, for reasons I can't tell you, they left the following school year. The following school year they left, and around that time Evan also left. I took Evan to his father. So yeah, I needed to do that. It was a painful experience. It was a painful experience for all of us, the kids, myself, Evan, but I'm glad that it worked out to God's glory. His father don't have a choice. The court worked gradually for him to have him, and today is the final day. So thank you all who has been here with me. I said this video should be less than 15 minutes or 20, but we are 50 now. So I will end here, but I'm doing it on YouTube because I don't want to lose it. I want the history to be there. I want the record to be there. Hey, my grandkids will even one day come and get to see it, because I don't want anybody to lie about me anymore. Oh, I don't know how I lost custody to him. Oh, no. The facts are here and the records are there. I'll show all the records to Ivan. Of course, I will let them know the system. There is a system, like a software that have all the records that the court, my lawyer uploads. I think lawyers, judges, lawyers use the system. I don't know. So it's a software, like how you go to your doctor and doctor have electronic health record and put your information there. That is it. That's the system that the uh, I guess the legal people are using. So I thank God for everything. I thank God for life. I thank God for resilience. I thank God for strength. I thank God that He did not give up on me, and most importantly, didn't give up on my kids. And today they are all doing good. They are all doing well in school. Even today is going to, by now he's probably done playing. I thank God for his life, and I pray that God continue to guide him, strengthen him, and lead him on the right path to success. Yes. And I fought also when my son went to him. He wanted to put IEP and stuff on my son. That also, I fought against it. It's not. How can you have IEP or 504 on a child that is honor roll and gifted and talented student and getting all A's and B's? But anyway, I think the reason he does that is he did it for Ivan. Now I fought. Now that is off Ivan now. I guess what happened is because he did it for Ivan, and that prevents him or support him not to pay for back to school supply, not to feed even lunch. He don't prove once he put those things on the child, he didn't have to provide nothing for the child. So he thought the same will apply to Evan. He's fighting for it. I fought against it and I won, even though he's not with me. So now Evan is in school. He don't want my record, my name on Evan's record. Evan is, he has only his name and the woman he live with name on the school records. I'm not fighting it. I'm not. I called the school counselor, Karen Jones. I spoke with the lady. He would not talk. She would not call me back or send me an email back, because I'm sure he contacted him and he told him no. This is how he does. He made them think I'm mentally ill and I don't have to have I'm insane. I don't rationalize. That's what he tells them. I don't mind. It will hurt Evan because he's not an involved parent. He's not. So it will hurt Evan in terms of college preparation, SAT prep, when to start. I already told him if you start preparing now, you can even take your PSAT next year, which would have helped him. I can only do much. So at this point, I'm peaceful and I'm learning to detach, like expecting visitation. No. Until when he requests it, I will avail myself. But till then, I'm peaceful and I like how it ended, and I give God the praise and I thank God for everything. Thank you for sharing your story. I appreciate any time, because I know it's going to empower somebody. Not everybody are able to share sensitive information. I have been sharing to tell my story and also to empower somebody, so you are not alone. But the pain does go away with time. It's not going to go away entirely, but it will go away. I do intentionally not keep grudge with the kids, because I know it's not their fault. That has helped me. So I hope that helps you too. And somebody. Anyway, that is it for today. So I'm gonna leave. But we are going to I've been back doing my continuing education courses and bipolar. I'm a mood specialist, so I like to specialize. I like to get more informed about mood, bipolar treatment and stuff, especially bipolar treatment. So I've been doing a lot of master classes on that. So this morning I shared a piece on TikTok, even the Facebook, YouTube. I think I did actually. So there's a video on there that I did this morning. You can watch a live video. You can watch that on my take on children. What's going on with children that has bipolar or they keep labeling as ADHD. So watch that video if you want to know more. But till then, I think that I deserve some rest. I wish I have a wine in the house. I have champagne. I would have found myself to sleep. But no, I can't, because tomorrow morning I'm going to work. So anyway, you all have a good night. Thanks for listening. God bless you all. Adios. Bye.